Well, the Full Moon Festival is finally here, and we've got ourselves a pay-to-win event, and then we have our free-to-play, or more free-to-play than the other event. Now, I didn't see anything external on here, like an extra sale or deal to go and get more of these flower or these ominous things, whatever they're called, the thing we're using for the currency on more of the free-to-play side. So going in, it looks like we do have a 7-day login. 7th day does give a free avatar. Think this thing looks pretty cool. Haven't actually gone through the rewards yet to see if there's going to be a matching skin with this, but either way, free avatar, I'll take it. And also pretty straightforward, $10 fund. We see these every single time event comes. You will actually get an avatar frame on this, so if that's something that you're digging on it. I'm just gonna call these things golden flowers here because I'm just gonna keep on screwing up the way that's said. But this will also have a limited brand selection box, so this might not be a bad idea to go for this if you are looking to spend a little money. Now the Full Moon Celebration, this is going to be the pay-to-win side on this here, and they are nice enough to allow you to spend, I think it was 10,000 gems, and then you get a free ad for 22 of these things. 300 is the pity on this. And where in the past I would go on like, yep, we'll drop the money, let's get it, let's see what the rewards are, because this one is going to have that new Forbidden Arcane Tomb, so the secret book I was telling you about before, and everything does look like it matches up for the stats on it for what I was seeing when we showed the leak images of it. But the fact that this is a 300 pity on this thing here and going and purchasing, if I hit the pity on this, this is a $200 spend, and to go and get a book on top of everything else that they have in here, everything they're throwing at the game, I'm just not feeling like dropping 200 bucks on this. If I was gonna spend 200 bucks, I'd probably spend it over on the other side, so hopefully you're not wondering what happens when you see 4 lightning bolts come out. Really not sure how anybody's going to feel about this. I mean, they could have gone for a 200 penny. This looks a lot like a copy and a paste for the Elsa, for the Thanksgiving one that we saw way back about a year ago. But yeah, I think I'm going to just stay away from this one. But if you want to go for it, there's a lot of immortal rewards in there. If you're like me, the one that you're probably going to be looking forward to is going to be this Mooncake one. And the main goal on this is finding this lotus flower here, as you see down the bottom right. This is going to allow us to refresh the board. Every time we get one of those, that's going to add up to the meter up top, and you can see all sorts of goods and stuff in there. We do have our typical missions inside here, or our tasks, I would say, and there is a pay side on this too. You won't see the actual gem purchases for getting more of these golden flowers inside here, but by going and clicking the little plus button on it there, you can see 700 chances at 150. I think that's about 100,000, 105,000 gems. Not going to try too hard to do the math. Let me know if I'm right though on that one. But as you can see, we have our little icon down in the middle, and you might go and say, oh, I'm going to start tapping on the screen. Why won't it let me do anything? You actually have to go and click on the piece. So this piece right here is touching 3 other pieces. So when I hit it, we're going to go and expand on that. And really the big thing is going to be just kind of saying which one is touching the most of these blank tiles here to kind of figure out what you're going to expose. There is gems in there too that can be hidden. If it's not 150 gems, stay away from it, because that's what the cost of one of these golden flowers is. So you're technically setting yourself backwards. And you can see that on the screen right now, there is 4 different tiles. These are what we're going to be collecting to go and exchange for our rewards. We'll talk about that in a second, because there is a couple other things in here. Like one thing being, if you had a magnifying glass, we could immediately turn over all these pieces. And really that's going to be one of those things that you want to do when you're going onto a fresh board, so you can really maximize the use of it. There is these bombs right here. Clicking on that gives a pretty good area, and you saw that it actually had a hammer in there too. That hammer is just going to go and expose 5 random tiles. But one thing I do want to make sure I'm grabbing on this here is going to be that golden flower. These are usually ×3 on here, so we're going to pick that up. It makes sense to burn 1 to get 2 additional. And unfortunately, when I go and grab this lotus on this here, everything that's exposed on the screen will not count towards my rewards. There is a couple other special tiles on here, like this kind of boomerang looking pink thing. Going and clicking on that will go and give me all of the pink resources that are exposed. So in this situation, if I hit it right now, I'm only going to get 1 of them. And I also saw them for the white ones too. I believe they're probably in there for the green and the brown, but just try to hold off on this until you see that lotus flower, then go over and click on it and get your currency that way. You will also see rockets on here. Based by the position they are will be the direction that's going to blow up that row on it, so that will use up one of your flowers for it too. And now that I have everything exposed, or most of it exposed, I'll hit that little pink thing there and draw in all of those. If you do have one of those rocket things that's not right in the middle, going and hitting that will clear out that row, but also expose the ones that are touching it. And there's one of those boomerang things for the white tile right here. As far as some of the other things you might be seeing on those tiles, gems times 60 we saw, legendary key, wishing letter, gem key, advanced alchemy region, and those immutable stones. Those are going to be the things that will go and suck in all that same color, as far as I know on it. And then gems times 80, gems times 150, legendary key, wishing letter, gem key, advanced alchemy region, immutable stone again, and then gem tile rewards possibility, 100, 150, 200, 500, and 1,000. So there is chances to get some pretty nice gems in there. Like I said, 150 or more, those are going to be the ones that you want to try to land on. And in case you're wondering, there's the green symbol and there is also the brown symbol right there. Now, as far as exchanging for your rewards on this, before you go and say, oh, I only have so much of this or so much of that, scroll all the way to the bottom of each one of these. There's an unlimited amount where you can go and trade out the browns for the pinks, the greens, or the whites, and similar to the other ones there too, they all have that. The kicker is it's going to be 5 for 4, but if you do want something of a specific color, or you see a nice prize in there, then this is going to be something you really want to pay attention to. Because this event is going to have a ton of awakened cores on it. You can see right here, we got Luminous, Toffee, Catastrophe. This one here had Sphinx and Diego on it. And then moving over to this one, we start getting into the artifacts of the Heaven's Mark, the Demon Sword. And then there is also the Demonic Eye, the Spear of Thor. And finally, the Zingtian, the Pangu, the Flying Knife. So everything's just about in there for going and getting some of this stuff. New collectible too, Flowing Gold Mooncake. That's something you want to go after, get that unlocked. But there's a lot of good stuff buried in each single one of these, and I don't really think it'd be a terrible thing to go and trade one color for the other. And one last thing, we do actually have a full server reward on, depending on how everybody does on that. So big thing being is you can get yourself an immortal gem, which I think that's kind of nice to see that in there, and this should be something that we'll be able to achieve. Oh, and just to make my life easier, where I won't have to edit it in the middle here, this is what happens when you hit one of those magnifying glasses. The legendary key I'll grab because those are normally 300. I will go and hit the rocket thing here just to clear out those. That probably wasn't the best idea, but nothing else really good on here. Maybe I'll hit the bomb too just to clear out those. Probably wasn't a good idea. But at any rate, that's what we have so far. I'm glad to see something new, something different. I know they have this event kind of some of the other games, but it's the first time we see it in Capybara Go, so I'm happy for this. As far as the other one here, the full moon celebration, this one kicks salt in my mind. I'm not going to spend the money on it. I think it's a terrible cash grab, so probably won't be doing it, but let's just give it a couple of days and see if I buckle down and end up spending. So I guess, what do you guys think of this? Are you excited for this? Do you like it? Do you kind of go like, man, another cash grab all again? I was hurting for gems for going into this, so not really sure what I'm going to do, but I guess let me know in the comments below. A lot has changed in this game, and you want to know what the best things to buy right now if you are looking to spend, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.